Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gulf Coast Huddle, brought to you by Lone Star Gridiron. Each week, Chris Daly and Mike Foreman break down all the Texas high school football along the Texas Gulf Coast. Now, strap on your gear and let's go.
Lone Star Gridiron is looking for interns. Over the years, we have helped dozens of students get jobs in sports media. If you want to shortcut your path to a career in sports media, click on the internship link on LoneStarGridiron.com. Hey, do you need topsoil, fill dirt, sand, mulch, gravel, limestone, you name it? Do you need that delivered and or spread? Texas Tree Cycle in Victoria has you covered for residential and commercial projects, big or small. These guys do it all. They do some amazing work. You can call them at 361-237-8006 for a free estimate. That's Texas Tree Cycle, bringing quality materials to your yard. All right, everybody, welcome back to the show, and join me in welcoming the one and only Mike Foreman. Mike, how are things, man?
All right, Chris. How are you? Playoff time.
I love it, and it seems like every team from our area that moves forward scored 60 points. I know it did. They didn't all do it, but it sure seemed like a lot of them did.
There were quite a few, and I mean, it was as we expected. That first round. Although someone was telling me today that there were 44 4 seeds to beat 1 seed.
Wow.
And that kind of surprised me. It's definitely not around here.
No.
But that's still pretty impressive. But yeah, I saw a few. Actually, I only saw one real blowout, and that was Shiner.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that game, I mean, that game was over, about 3 series in. But then Refugio and Weimer, actually, that was a close game in the first half.
That was a pretty good. The other blowout I thought of was Tidehaven. They just took it to Comfort pretty handily.
And then Saturday, of course, Bay City was actually behind at half.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty incredible. They actually scored the first 4 times they touched the ball in the second half.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy. They ran the kickoff back. Then they, let's see what happened. I'm trying to remember the next time. They get a punt or something, and they run for a touchdown. Then they throw a touchdown pass, and then Tolosa Midway snaps the ball over the punter's snap, and they're on the 14-yard line. And they run it in from there. So next thing you know, it was 17-14. All of a sudden, it's 42-17.
Wow.
And so that was interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and Yoakum put up 66 on McGregor.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I looked around. There were just a lot of points being scored. Even, probably one of the closest games was Yorktown Agua Dulce, and I think Yorktown put up 50 or so.
Yeah.
So, it was crazy. It was just awesome.
Oh, and Edna scored 60 also. 63-7. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Goliad only scored 28 or something.
No, Goliad beat Bishop 49-7.
Yeah, that was another one. I mean, but you're going to get this, when you do 4 versus 1. I mean, obviously, there are going to be exceptions, like if you look at all the districts that all 4 teams won, for instance, like Pottstown, they finished 4th in Cuero's district, and they won their first round game. So, there are exceptions, but most of the time, this is what you get.
Right. Oh, and Victoria West put up 62.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was. I guess Miller. I haven't seen Miller this year, so but I guess that defense isn't very good, and they're not from what I've been told, Miller's a very young team. And,
Right.
And I would expect them to get better next year.
Yeah, I was at Reeve Bowl 2.
Oh, okay.
And I tell you, for 3/4 of the game, it was a good game, very close. Defensive struggle, except for the first few minutes. And El Campo kicks off, or no, Cal Allen kicks off, and the El Campo receiver went to grab it, but it hit his helmet and bounced, and he took off running like he had the ball before he realized, I got to go get the ball still.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so they started at like the 2-yard line or something, and next thing you know, it was 21-0. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is. That's 2 in a row now for Charlie.
Yeah. But like I said, the remaining 3/4, El Campo won.
Yeah, that's something. I know those guys hate playing each other.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming they hope to avoid it next year when the realignment comes out.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. As I do all my shows, that's one of the conversations this week is, what do you think, snapshot day means for you, realignment means for you, and everybody obviously is still, I have no clue yet.
Yeah, it's a mystery because, of course, we have to watch the numbers. I mean, you can look at them from last year and say, they're going to drop or they're going to go up. But who knows the way they move the numbers? I mean, with a number of urban schools coming in, some of these lower classifications might actually drop.
Yeah, you were mentioning that a couple of weeks ago or last week. You had said, a lot of the area schools dropped in enrollment.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see come February. But I think right now the teams that are still alive are not worrying about that.
No, not at all. They're trying to win one more gold ball each week.
Yeah, and we do have quite a few teams in the area alive. Of course, West, they're going to Harlandale in San Antonio to play Mission Veterans Memorial.
Right.
They have a 10-1 record, but you just don't know.
Right.
Who their opponents are, what they do, how you match up. So, I would tend to lean towards West in this week, but, I don't know,
I'm with you on that one. And then you've got another one. You already mentioned Cuero is going to be playing Gonzales. Yeah, that's 2 area teams. One of them's going home.
Yeah, and that's kind of a renewal of an old and what used to be a very bitter rivalry.
Right.
And it's not so much anymore because, like, for these last 2 years, they haven't been in the same district.
Right.
That's changed a little bit, but it's still a rivalry. And from what I was told today, they're playing in Yoakum. Yoakum has already sold out all the pre-sale tickets.
Nice.
So they're printing more tickets, for the gate. But, so there's a lot of interest in that. And, meanwhile, while they're hosting that game, the team itself has to go to Belton, play Fairfield. Fairfield's 11-0.
Yeah.
I really, that's another game where I don't know how good Fairfield is.
Well, in the past, Fairfield has had some really good teams, but you're right. I have not seen them this season, but the numbers don't lie. They're rolling people.
And I'll tell you what, another one talk about a task is Calhoun.
Oh yeah, Davenport.
Davenport.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was actually talking to Coach Jones from Bay City after the game, and we talked obviously the controversial game down there. But in a way, Bay City may have come out on the better end because even though they have to play LBJ, who's really good,
they're not Davenport.
No, I'd rather play LBJ than Davenport. And,
Right, and I know it's a stretch, but we could get a rematch of that game. Calhoun somehow beats Davenport, and Bay City beats LBJ. Then they're playing again. That would be a fun story.
Yeah, that is a possibility. There's no question there. And you had mentioned Goliad and Edna. They're both playing. In fact, Edna's playing in Cuero against Marion.
Yes.
And then Goliad goes to Heroes in San Antonio to play Crystal City.
Crystal City, yeah.
Now I know, guys, Crystal City's 10-1.
Yeah, that surprised me when I looked up and saw that.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember, of course, those old days when Quail would play Crystal City and just annihilate them. You know, but I don't know. Maybe Crystal City, you know, of course they probably dropped in classification. Yeah, and that probably helped them. But I don't know. We'll see. I think, you know, Goliad and Edna both have a really good shot of winning their games.
Yeah. Yeah, another good matchup of some area teams. East Bernard is going to be playing Pope.
Yeah, and here in Victoria, actually.
Yeah.
I was talking to Spencer Gann about that. Yeah, that could be a good matchup. I'll tell you, you know, after I saw East Bernard were tied it and pretty much blew them out, Coach Lucio was telling me, he said, you know, East Bernard's pretty good.
Yeah.
They could go away. So this isn't a sure thing for Pope. I mean, I think this could be a really competitive game.
Right.
Yeah. So,
another really good game I see on the horizon is Lavernia in Somerset. I think that will be a good one.
Yeah. And then, of course, obviously, Lavernia, by winning the district, has a much easier bracket than Bay City or Calhoun, because they avoid Davenport or LBJ. That would be the regional final.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of bracket you want to be in. But we also, of course, Ty David's playing Stockdale.
Stockdale, yeah.
I don't know. I know Sean Alvarez at Stockdale. He's a good coach. But that's a tall task there for them. And, you know, this 2A Division I, we have 4 teams still left. Metro, Refugio, Schulenburg, and Kennedy.
Right.
And they all have, you know, decent matchups. I mean, Rosebud Lott is pretty good, and Refugio is going to have to play better than it did last week.
Yeah.
And
but it was a good Weimar team, too.
Yeah, it was, and I was impressed. I mean, they were physical, and, you know, it looked night and day from the team I saw against Ganado.
Right.
Where they got blown out in that game. But, yeah, and it showed something to me, too, because, you know, they coming off that loss to Kennedy, which is not to the 4th seed. And, you know, you never know. A lot of teams would just pack it in. But they came out and they played hard. And, you know, I respect that a lot. I mean, I think Coach Conway did a heck of a job. He had a good game plan. They actually got into the Bay City Refugio territory the first 4 times it had the ball.
Wow.
But they only scored a field goal. So, you know, that against Refugio, you can't do that.
No.
You have to take advantage of every opportunity. And it didn't do that. It ended up costing them. Now, Ganado, from what they're playing technically right in Thorndale's backyard. You know, they originally were scheduled for Bastrop, and I guess they looked at the forecast and originally called for about an 80% chance of rain. Storms, I've looked at it today, I think it was down to 24%. But so they went ahead and moved their game to Friday in Rockdale. So technically, Ganado is playing almost a road game.
A road game, yeah.
Yeah.
Another game that I'm not sure about is Shiner and Brackettville Bracket, because I haven't seen a lot of Bracket this year, but they're good.
Yeah, they are good, but I just don't think they're going to be able to match Shiner.
No.
China, they're fast. They're just a good team. I mean, and they have the experience from last year. And I see China. The one that it would be interesting could be Fall City and Junction. Fall City got blown out by Junction earlier in the season, but I've been told that they were without their best lineman, their best running back, and I don't know if Braylon Johnson even played in that game. So that's a big difference. Because that guy, Braylon Johnson's a difference maker, and they gave Shiner their toughest test. Well, I guess other than Industrial, they gave Shiner their toughest test of the season. They lost 21-14. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned Industrial. They're one of only 3 area teams I can think of that lost: Industrial, Hallettsville, and St. Joe. That's all I can think of.
Wharton lost too.
Wharton, yes, yeah.
They had to play West Orange Stark and they lost. But So and then Yorktown has got to play 11-0 Granger. So that'll be a tough test for for Yorktown.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm real curious to see how we come out of this week. Who's left after this week. Of course, if Refugio and Ganado win, they'll play next week.
Yeah.
And that's always great. But I was speaking of Spencer Gann, I spoke to him. He's not sure if Victoria will host. So that could, I don't know if they try to go to Cuero or try to go to Port Lavaca, although I don't think that's where I believe they played last year. I think it was at Port Lavaca. But I don't think Refugio's too keen on going back there. So,
right.
So I don't know. Of course, they have to take care of business this week. But, so that could be a good matchup. If Cuero defeats Gonzales, they'd either have a rematch with Rockport Fulton or they'd have to play Salado.
Right.
Yeah, so that could be interesting too. So,
yes, I think this is the last week that our area teams, most of them are playing somebody out of the area. Because if there's a couple like the Gonzales Cuero that are already playing each other, but the rest of them are pretty much going to be forced to play each other if they keep winning.
Yeah, that's true. You're going to get some rematches and closer to home type games, which is good. I mean, that's what you want. You don't want to have to. To tell you the truth, I wasn't really looking forward to going to Bastrop tomorrow night. I mean, it's a great stadium, but it's a trip, and especially if it was going to be raining, that wouldn't be a pleasant drive. So, this way, the closer I'll be in, at least Yoakum's close by, and Brenham, it's the reason, obviously, the only Saturday game we have in the area.
Right.
So, yeah. But, so are you planning to go to any games this week?
I think so. I was thinking of Yoakum going there. I don't know. I might go to Victoria, too. I just don't know.
As far as parking and sitting down or whatever, I think Victoria would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because, I spoke to the superintendent over there in Yoakum, Tom Kelly, and he told me basically, he said they're going to be full up, and I'm going to be sitting in the visitors' press box, that's usually where I go because the home press box is pretty small.
Yeah,
and, they have radio and live streaming over there. So, so I'll be in the visitor side, which is where Gonzales will be.
Yeah, I tend to spend most of my time on the field, but, if we do have rain, that's not going to be pleasant. So that may determine whether or not I go at all.
I'm hoping we avoid it at least for Friday night and Saturday. So I need
Let's rain Thursday and then start again on Sunday.
Yeah, that's funny because when I was actually I went to the dentist, talking to the hygienist, and she was saying, yeah, we really need the rain, but I guess, she had some painting to be done, so she was kind of mixed emotions,
Yeah.
So that's the way I'll tell you what, it's no fun covering games in the rain, to tell you the truth. I always think back to when Schulenburg played Albany, I think it was Albany, in Waco at the old, what it was, Floyd Casey.
Right.
And I remember driving up there, up 77 in the rain, wondering if I was going to make it. And I got there, and boy, I mean, it rained the whole game. And, so that's not the way you want to see a game by the rain. But, so we'll see. Hopefully we'll have quite a few teams left next week.
Sounds good, Mike. Well, stay dry, stay safe, and if we don't see you at the game, we'll see you here next week.
Yeah, and let's send a shout-out to our brother Gary Moses. Because we both, everybody loves Gary, and we're just wishing him the best.
Definitely, thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and give out the call-in number, because what we're doing with our show this week in Victoria, the one I do with Brother Gary, is we're letting people call in the voicemail line, record up to 3 minutes, say something positive to him, say something positive about him, wish him well, whatever you want to do. And that phone number, 713-568-6361. 713-568-6361. It'll record up to 3 minutes. We're going to put them all together. I'm looking at the screen right now. We have over 50 on there right now.
Oh, great.
But, everybody knows and loves him. We should get hundreds, I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah, I think so. And I'm gonna try and spread the word too. I'll spread it, and so people can get on there and wish brother the best and a full recovery, of course.
Definitely. Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Mike.
Okay, thank you, Chris, and have a good week.
You too. Take care.
Coaches, boosters, parents, every sport deserves a spotlight. From football and volleyball to basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, track, wrestling, and more. Give your athletes a weekly coaches show that builds pride and raises funds. Lone Star Podcast Network makes it turnkey. You talk for a few minutes. We handle production and distribution. Sponsors love it. Families share it. And your program benefits. Get the free information kit at lonestarpodcast.com/coaches. That's lonestarpodcast.com/coaches. Your team, your sport, your show.